won't work. And we're happy to be.
I get that a lot.
We're happy to be here with you. We're featuring for you coins, and I would say we're probably one of the foremost companies to be able to buy coins from. And we've got something new that many of you have already pre-ordered. So let's go right into it.
Yeah, we mentioned this for about what, a minute,
Congratulations
half a minute.
to
I think
you.
we sold 50 of them almost, something like that.
How exciting!
So let me explain to you what this is. So the United States government has made the proof American Silver Eagle at the West Point Mint since basically 1995. They've done special issue. Other coins have done reverse proof coins and all those types of coins. They've done enhanced reverse proof. We'll show that coin here a little bit later in the show, the enhanced reverse proof. But for regular issue American Silver Eagles, they basically made them only at the West Point Mint from 1995. Until last year, they decided to do a very small regular issue of the San Francisco minted proof American Silver Eagle. When I sold this last year, I commented, I said, look, I'm pretty sure that this coin will become, last year's, the 2018 estimate, will become the rarest regular issue American Silver Eagle ever produced. And I said, our regular issue price is $199. That's just the way it is. That's the price. But if it's the rarest one, you just get, in essence, that bonus. Well, it was the rarest one. They only made 138,000 of them. It became not only the rarest regular issue American Silver Eagle, but one of the rarest Silver Eagles, including all the special issue coins, at only 138,000. Well, the 19S is going to be released, and I can tell you just the way things are looking this year. So the W Mint Eagle last year was one of the rarest West Point minted proof eagles made by the United States government. This year's lagging well behind. And understand they only make these to order. So in other words, only as many are ordered. And because of all of the focus on the Apollo 11 coins, we've got the new innovation dollars coming out. We've got, you know, the Sacagawea dollars coming out. We've got the new reverse palladium that's coming out next week. I mean, it is just, I mean, this is just jam-packed. We got the West Point minted special quarters. We got the penny releases. And so what's happening is the regular issue coins are falling by the wayside. So much so that, as I did last year when I said the 18S is going to be the rarest regular issue Silver Eagle, which it is. I mean, so my prediction came through easily at 138,000. It was the rarest by 155,000 coins, by double. I am giving you a prediction right here, right now, based on the information that I have, and I'm rarely wrong. This coin will be rarer than the 18S. This coin is going to be stunningly rare, in my opinion. I would be surprised if the United States government sells 100,000 of these coins. And if that's the case, that would make it not only the rarest regular issue Silver Eagle, but it would be rarer than every single special finish Silver Eagle ever done by the United States government, many of which sell for over $1,000 plus. This could beat all of those coins because it is literally falling by the wayside. We made a significant investment, bought original coins, as you can see, and this is being released. I mean, you know, this is in essence, I'm giving you a preview of this. I'm able to do a preview on this San Francisco minted coin. We have first day of issue, which is of course exclusive to us. We have it certified absolutely positively perfect. I have it at my regular issue price, same price I sold it at last year. I've got the red oak presentation box. I've got only 1,298. It would not at all surprise me to sell all 1,298 literally today. Last year, I think our first day of issue may well have sold out in a day. It might have been 2 presentations, but it might have been just 1 single day. This could be a one and done. This was one of the most popular coins of last year, even though the mintage was minuscule. And I think this year, it is just going to fall between the cracks. And occasionally we get those coins that just kind of, all the new stuff is coming out around it. So you've gotten the San Francisco minted Silver Eagles, and so all of a sudden now the reverse proof innovation dollar from 2018, they have never released it. They're going to do like a quote-unquote surprise release at the ANA next Tuesday or next Wednesday, okay, at the big convention in Chicago. And so that's going to suck all the air out of the room right there. People are just, it's going to be a madhouse for that. People are going to, I mean, there could be fist fights over that coin in Chicago. I mean, that's what happened when they did the Canadian, the gold Kennedy years ago. Also, I know that was in Philadelphia actually when they released that, but it was crazy. So this coin, once again, so it's just going to get overshadowed. So what happens is very few people will order this coin. Now, I don't know that with 100% certainty because I'm not clairvoyant, but I bring to the table over a quarter of a century of numismatic experience and following of modern issue United States coins to tell you I firmly believe that will be the case. Now, even though I am giving you this information, even though I'm giving you this opportunity to literally own what I think could become one of the rarest silver eagles, proof, special finish or otherwise, ever done by the United States government at my original issue pricing, at my original price, I'm not adding any extra for that information. So that's why this sells so well. So when I mentioned this for I didn't even give you all that information. We sold about 50 of them, you know, when I said for a minute, because everybody's been waiting for this S-minted Silver Eagle. The W-mint Silver Eagle, which is also phenomenal and highly desirable, highly collectible. I think we're sold out at our first day issue of the W's as well, even though this coin's going to be probably 3 times rarer, maybe 4 times rarer than the West Point minted coin. This coin is going to be the covert coin of the year. Let's call it that.
I want to pause for a moment to invite you to order and to shop with us. Remember how easy it is. Either call our toll-free 800 number or go onto our website at hsn.com. Although this is brand new today, remember we have FlexPay. FlexPay is an opportunity for you to instantly, no approval needed, to use any major credit card or debit card to be able to get this at home for less than $50. And Mike has predicted, and he's got great experience doing this, that there is a strong possibility that these could all go today. So I'd love for you to be able to come on in and secure yours, and that way you're all set. You can continue to sit back and watch the show and not miss out on a chance to get it. I follow your lead. It's so funny, I haven't worked with you in a while, but I'm a coin collector. I know, you're looking at me like, yeah, I really am.
Right, and started basically on one of our shows.
Yes,
there was something that spoke to you.
That's right, and so it's easy, it's fun, and I think once you make your first purchase that you'll really get into it. So this is a great one to be able to get into, and you're right, with it being so much going on right now, right?
And so what you're going to do is you're going to get a bonus for nothing, is what because like I said, so when the Proof Silver Eagle comes out, we do our first day of issue, which is exclusive to us here at HSN. Now understand, there's 4 grading companies that are recognized grading companies. There's 3 of them that are bigger. ICG is kind of a smaller one, but recognized grading company. We sell that here. Their first day of issue, as a matter of fact, is exclusive to us. So we have NGC, PCGS, and Annex. Those are kind of the big 3 by volume, in essence. You have to understand, first day of issue for Annex, you can only buy here. There's no other place to buy. First day of issue for NGC and PCGS, great coins, we sell them. But other people, in essence, have them. It could be a different label. So there's, you know, first day of issue, but there's 5 different labels. Of course, we have an exclusive label, but here, no different labels, no nothing. First day of issue, only here. And in Annex, it's the only one that the coins are individually numbered. So this is coin 5 of 1,298. There'll be coin 6, 7, 8. So people always say, what's the population? In other words, how many coins are there going to be? There's going to be 1,298. That's an extraordinarily small. So if you're looking at NGC, Proof 70 S-mints, they'll probably be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, who knows, you know? So we know there's only going to be 1,298. They'll all be here, and here's the thing. Am I getting a good price? Well, on this, you're getting the only price. Every single one, all 1,298, will be sold at $199 here. Everybody will pay the same price. Everybody gets the red oak presentation box, additional $15 plus value right there. So you're going to get all of those things. You get the San Francisco minted coin, in essence, a preview of the San Francisco. I'm showing you the San Francisco minted coin that other people are just waiting for, in essence. So we've got these editions ready to roll for you. 1,298 of these is all that there's going to be. Already, I suspect 100 plus have already been spoken for. Now, keep in mind, okay? Keep in mind, I've got a huge show tonight at 7 p.m. So what's happened, we got 100, or we'll sell 100 or 200 here in this show. They'll roll up all day long as people wake up. They'll go to HSN, you know, because I know there was a coin show. They'll go to hsn.com and blah, 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 blah. Before you know it, I bet you 400 of these will be gone
before
tonight's show. So that'll give us maybe 800 coins, and in a 7 p.m. show.
Oh yeah.
That's that's
on
it.
a weekend.
So we're looking. That's right. So
Big
we're
audience.
looking at a one and done here.
Yeah.
Is what we're looking at.
Well, don't wait.
Is a single opportunity. So yeah, absolutely. Please don't wait. Please don't hesitate. Please get on the line, or you're absolutely going to get shut out of this coin. And you get that rarity, you get that collectability at no additional cost.
And shopping with us is so easy. I mean, whether you prefer to go online, maybe you have a tablet. We have an app. Our app is a free app. You can download it to your mobile devices or your tablets, or you can call our toll-free 800 number. If you've never ordered from us before, we give you 30 days. So you've got a nice, generous period to make a final decision.
We do things that nobody else does.
It's true.
Flex pay, 30-day money-back guarantee, Red Oak presentation
certificate
boxes.
of authenticity.
I mean, you know, all of those things that we do, exclusive labels, exclusive opportunities, you know, guaranteed lowest prices. We do a lot of those things here that nobody else in the industry can do. Let me review this once again. So you're just tuning in, and you're saying, okay, well, I already bought the Proof Silver Eagle from this year. It came out in January. That was the West Point minted coin. That's the one they've been making since '95 at West Point. Great coin, thank you. I'm sure the first day of issue on that is sold out already. You know, that was a January release. This is this coin, the San Francisco minted coin. They only started making the San Francisco mint regular issue Silver Eagle last year was the very first year. Since, I think they actually did it in 1992, the first 5 years were S mints as well. And then they went to the West Philadelphia Mint, then they went to the West Point Mint. And so now they're doing 2 different Proof Silver Eagles. What that creates is rarity at an entirely different level. And what they do is they take the S Mint, they release it in kind of late, middle of the year, like now. So, I mean, you know, we're in August now. Kind of you got the summer doldrums going, and then unfortunately this year they've surrounded it with an incredible number of other coins that have been huge. The Apollo 11 coins have been huge. We've had the rocket ship coins that have been huge. They just did the Pride of 2 Nations coins, which we're going to show you here in just a little bit, which have been absolutely monstrous, complete and total sellouts. Enhanced uncirculated Sacagawea golden dollars. We've got all of that stuff. We're going to show you maybe that for a few minutes at the end of the show with that, the brand new coin and currency set. So you've got all of those things, and so now what you're going to have is a Silver Eagle that I believe is going to be the rarest. This is just what I'm telling you from my experience. This is going to be the rarest regular issue proof Silver Eagle ever done by the United States government. And if it follows true to form, I think it will be one of the rarest Silver Eagles ever. I think it will be as rare or rarer than all of the special finish, the reverse proofs, the enhanced reverse proofs. I think it's going to be rarer than all of those coins. It could end up being rarer than any coin other than the 95W, the first West Point minted coin, Silver Eagle, because that coin in this condition is like $30,000 to $50,000.
Whoa.
Okay, this coin could be like number 2 after that coin, but all the other coins after it could be, you know, $500, $800, $1,000, because this is my regular issue price. I'm giving you the regular issue price with the Red Oak presentation box, but I'm not charging you any extra, even though I think it's going to be the rarest of all of the American Silver Eagles. They're just spectacular. They're flying out of here. Folks, this is likely to be what we call a one and done. So today is the day.
Well, 150 plus have already sold. Please keep the phone calls coming on that. 682-489 is the item number if you'd like to order. Don't forget about the FlexPay option that we're extending to each and every one of you. It's free, and all you do is ask for it. We send it to you immediately. All right, more to come in the show.
Now, this is a really cool deal. I'm gonna put this down.
Brand new.
Yeah, brand new. There we go. I think that'll do it. So the United States government released a first, all-time first.